Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, November 13th, and no trades to cover, but let's talk about a few things. Let's talk about how we feel about this week, where we stand, and I also just wanted to show you guys something interesting I was thinking about as it relates to tax, paying taxes. As always, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. I'm also not a tax advisor, obviously. So anyway, let's get to it. This week, as you know from my previous videos, we have a 217.50 strike, and as of the close, that's 1.33% out of the money, okay? Which means if you look at the close, it's basically $3 away, right? So why did they do this? I assume they are still bearish on the stock. They wanted to capture the most premium they could. And they're nuts. That's the only other conclusion I got. So if I look at Market Watch, we're already green, right? In the pre-market. So we're already at 215. So we're now $2 away from our strike. Again, I harp on this all the time, yet they are always correct. So, don't go with what I'm saying. This is just how I feel, and I have to explain how I feel. I don't care if they're right all the time. This is just insanely risky, especially considering how much Tesla went down recently. It's just nuts. So now one thing I just wanted to talk about is, why does that matter, right? Since we have these synthetic positions, as you know, right, we capture the upside of Tesla. We also capture the downside of Tesla. So why do we care about, selling calls at 217.50? We're capturing the upside, right? And we are. However, we're also limited within this strike range. So what does that mean, and how does that work? And how do you know, right? So I'm going to try to explain that the best I can. And I have the YieldMax website up, TSLY. So if you scroll down towards the bottom, I know obviously I put everything in spreadsheets. So you may not be as familiar with this website, but this is how the holdings look on the website, right? So if you look, going down in order, the sell put on the synthetic is at the top. 2 below that are treasuries. The one below that is the short call. The one below that is the other side of the synthetic, which is the buy call. And then below that is the cash. So the synthetic, if you look at the put, let me see if I can sort this. No, of course you can't. So just look at the put, right? That market value, it's negative, right? So that's, deducting from the NAV. We sold the put, we got our premium, but we still have to, if we were to close it today, that's the amount we'd have to pay. But this is the amount, it's already considered in the NAV, right? Total market value essentially, equals the net assets you see to the right. And if you divide that by the outstanding shares, that's your NAV. So that's the put. And if we look at the call, the 190 right here, the call has 110 million, and that'll continue to go up as Tesla goes up, right? So we'll take advantage of the gains. So just like the put, it'll both of these move as Tesla moves, and the idea is we're capturing the upside and the downside of Tesla. But how does the call work? So if we look at the 217.50, right? Zoom in here, right? It's right here, 217.50 call. We see, okay, 32,855 shares. That's contracts, though. And then you see what? The 13 million, right? So we sold the call. We got a premium. However, in order to close this call, we have to pay 13 million. But guess what's going to happen if Tesla goes up this week? This call is going to be, the number is going to increase. The negative number is going to increase because it's going to cost more and more money to close this position. And guess what that's going to do? It's going to bring down the NAV. So yes, as Tesla goes up, the buy call will go up. However, this short call here that we sold, the 217.50, since we were using all the contracts too on top of it, that number is going to, continue to grow. And since it's a negative, it's going to bring down the NAV. So that's why we're limited here. So we really, really need Tesla to stay flat this week. Obviously, it can go down. It can go up a little. It can go up 2%, but that's the end of it. So I just wanted to kind of cover that just so you guys understand. Obviously, cash and treasuries are what they are. They're playing, they're moving money around here and there. We're still in negative cash, which is, to me, kind of unusual. But, look at the negative. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so that's how we're capped on the NAV. So yes, Tesla's going to go up, and yes, Tesla's going to recover, but it's only going to recover to what these fund managers allow it to. And selling calls 2% out of the money is not going to allow it to recover. Because if Tesla recovers, it could recover 5%, 10%, 15%. And I know I got comments. This is an income fund. So what do you expect? You want capital gains? Yeah, I want a little. I mean, I'm willing to accept the full downside risk as long as I can get 5 to 15% upside a week. Like, that's fine. That works with me. But 2%? I mean, come on. Crazy. So yeah, we'll see how the value of this call that they sold goes this week. So if Tesla goes up today to 220, you'll see this number go up. This 13 million right here, this number is going to go up. And guess what? NAV go down, right? Our NAV will not keep up with the price of Tesla. So you'll see a big Tesla increase and a small Tesla increase. Hopefully that made sense. Also, I wanted to talk about taxes and how much I have to pay in taxes. So as of right now, distribution-wise, I have to pay $2,900, about, let's just say $3,000, right? This year so far. This is after the distribution that I'm expecting this month. However, my capital gains are, like, as you know, bad, right? That's showing nearly $7,000 in capital gains. So the fact that I'm down on my total, value, yet I'm going to pay taxes on $3,000 made me think, okay, should I sell Tesla and, take a $3,000 loss to net against the $3,000 income? And that way I don't have to pay anything in taxes. So that's a thought, right? Is it a good idea? I don't know. And obviously you can't buy back into it immediately. There's like a 30-day rule. It's called the wash sale. So like you can't just sell all your Tesla in late December, wait till the end of the year, then buy it right back. You have to wait, I believe it's a 30-day rule. Again, not tax advice. But that's just something I've been thinking. We were talking about it in the Discord. Steve, shout out to Steve, actually brought it up because he's in a similar situation as me. So if I look, this is the option chain for Tesla. And if you look, if I go out to the December 15th expiration date and I sold, see this 60 cents? That's under the call, right? The call umbrella. If I sold a call, I have 1,700 shares. If I sold 700, if I used 700, I could sell 7 contracts, right? And I could sell them for $11 strike price, which means I'm willing to sell my shares for $11 and I'm going to get 60 cents per share. But why would I do that? Well, let's look. I added down here, if you look, okay, as I mentioned, 700 shares, that's 7 contracts. My cost basis is $14.82. The strike price I chose would be $11. That's a loss of $3.82 per share. And that's a total loss of $26.76, right? So if I sold, if they got executed on the expiration date, guess what? losses plus distributions means I only have taxable income of $271 for the year. And either way, whether, so if Tesla goes above the strike price by expiration, my shares will be sold. If Tesla stays below the strike price at expiration, then I'm likely to keep my shares. But either way, guess what? I collect 60 cents per share or $420. You know, that's for the risk that I'm taking. However, is this a risk, right? There's two reasons I would do this. One, obviously, is the tax savings, because I did not have a game plan this year for how I would pay the taxes outside of holding back some distribution money, in February or March. And another reason I would do it is I am heavily allocated in Tesla. So that would be a quick solution on, reallocating my funds accordingly. So I could put more money into the QQQYs of the world, or the JEPIs, or, NVIDIA, or, maybe even AMD at this point. Who the hell knows? So it's just something I've been looking at. Will I do this? I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Because if I do this, I can't let this disrupt my goals. Because as you know, I need to make this November. Well, November is what it is. For December, I have to make 1538. So if I can't disrupt, my goals for this next month and the month after, so I'd have to buy into an equivalent. So should I or should I not do that? That's the question. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about essentially not paying taxes? Obviously, I'd have to pay taxes on the $420 premium income too. So just FYI. Yeah, let me know. Oh, by the way, too, I found out per Steve again, you can only claim $3,000 in losses per year. So obviously, 2,600 is within that range. So as I was trying to say, what do you guys think of this strategy? Should I just sell $11? Should I sell calls on 700 contracts for $11 and just let it happen? If it goes above 11, bye shares. If it goes below 11, I keep my shares. I pay my tax, but at least I collected $420 in additional income. Let me know what you guys think of that strategy. I do not want to do this normally. However, in order to not, have too much burden at tax time, now that I have some YouTube income coming in too, this would be a benefit, for me. It would disrupt my journey here. However, it would help reallocate my, my funds appropriately. Because as you know, even if I scroll up here, I'm 55% Tesla. I can now put that into other funds, right? I definitely want to do more SVOL and SPY, but QQQY and JEPI are the ones that are going to balance me out for the total. I need to keep a 40% yield. Okay. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Let me know what you guys think of that strategy. If it's stupid, if it's awesome, and let me know what you guys think about this week coming up. 217.50. That's our number. All right. I don't know. How's pre-market looking? Still oh my God, 216 now. Good Lord. I know it's only one day. Maybe HSBC will come out with another negative article. I don't know. This is nuts, guys. But let's hope for the best. Have a great week, everyone. If you enjoyed this content, please click like. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comments. And let's teach people how to use these funds, how they work. Okay. Oh, and FYI, I'm gonna make a NAV video at some point this week, so that should be interesting. Just to teach what moves the NAV. Simple. It's really not hard. But anyway, I'll make that video this week, so stay tuned. All right, I'm out of here. Have a great week. Later.